आपतामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। आर्तानामार्तिहन्तारं भीतानां भीतिनाशनं द्विषतां कालदण्डं तं रामचन्द्रं नमाम्यहम्। सन्नद्धकवची खड्गी चापबाणधरो युवा गच्छन्ममाग्रतो नित्यं रामः पातु स लक्ष्मणः। नमः कोदण्डहस्ताय सन्धीकृतशराय च खण्डिताखिलदैत्याय रामाय पन्निवारिणे। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेदसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। अग्रदपृष्ठदश्चैव पार्श्वदश्च महाबलौ आकर्णपूर्णधन्वानौ रक्षेतां रामलक्ष्मणौ। मङ्गलं कोसलेन्द्राय महनीयगुणाब्धये चक्रवर्ती तनूजाय सार्वभौमाय मङ्गलं। सियावर रामचन्द्र की जय, पवनसुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। नमः श्री तुलसीदास सद्वरिष्ठाय धीमते पूरितं हृदयं येन रामप्रेमामृतेन मे। दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे तु जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्। We just completed Doha number 7. We'll just chant that Doha and start on 8. No, we finished. Yeah, correct. Together. 7 Doha before. ग्रहभेषज जल पवन ग्रहभेषज जल पवन पट पाय को जोग सुयोग हो ही को वस्तु सुवस्तु जग लक की सुलक्षण लोक। सम प्रकाश तम पाक दो नाम वेद विधि कीन। ससि शोषक पोषक समुझी जगजस अपजस कीन। जड चेतन जग जीव जत सकल राममय जानी। बंधव सबके पद कमल सदा जोरि जुक पानी। देवदनु जनर नाग खग प्रेत पितर गंधर्व। बंधव किन्नर रजनिचर कृपा करवु अब सर्व। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय। बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय। आकर 4,84,00,000 जाति जीव जल तल नभवासी। सिय राममय सब जग जानी, करव प्रणाम जोरि जुक पानी। जानि कृपा कर किंकर मोह, सब मिलि करहु चाडि छल चोहु। निज बुद्धि बल भरोस मोहि नाहि, ताते विनय करव सब पाहि। कारण चहु रघुपति गुण गाहा। I think we have to start there. Repeat after me. करण चहु रघुपति गुण गाहा। लघुमति मोरि चरित अवगाहा। सोचन एकव अज्ञ उपावो। मन मति रंक मनोरथ रावो। मति अति नीच ऊंची रुचि आची। चाहिय अमीव जग चुरई न छाची। चमिह ही सज्जन मोरि टिटाई। सुनिह ही बाल बचन मन लाई। Together. करण चहु रघुपति गुण गाहा। लघुमति मोरि चरित अवगाहा। सोचन एकव अंग उपावो। मन मति रंग मनोरथ रावो। मति अति नीच ऊंची रुचि आची। चाहिव अमीव जग चुरई न छाची। चमिह ही लज्जन मोरि टिटाई। सुनिह ही बाल वचन मन लाई। Bhagavan's glory is so much, the Lord's greatness, and I want to sing that. Karan chahav raghupati gunagaha. उसका गुण, भगवान्स क्वालिटीज, virtues, greatness, glory, power, love, and all that I am going to explain in this Ramayana, and therefore I would like that. Karana chahu raghupati gunagaha, but what I have is lagumati. There people should keep the name also Lagumati. Vasumati, Sumati, they are not Lagumati. We are all Lagumatis only. Lagu means Alpa. Very little. We are very little-minded people. We only think about what do I get, what do I get, what do I get. That is called Lagumati. Very narrow-minded. So if I have to sing the glory of the Lord, and if my mind is so little, so self-centered, so narrow, and if Tulasidas ji, who is a great bhakta of the Lord, himself is saying that, what about you and I? A devotee who has given up entire his life for the worship of the Lord, glory of the Lord, thinking about Him all the time, dedicating his life, if he himself says that I have Lagumati, then what about us? So Lagumati Mori. Charita Avagaha. But as Bhagavan's Charitra is like a deep ocean. How deep? Nobody knows. See, if a ship is there in the middle of the sea, and if it is standing steady and moving, you know how deep would be its base? You might have seen this cruise ship, right? Some of them are 10 floors, 15 floors, but if the 10-floor building has to stand in the water, how deep should be below the water? If a huge tree you are seeing, we have seen in the, if you go to Sequoia or, redwood forest, 300 feet height of a tree. And what would be its root then? It has to stand 300 feet. And the weather condition up above is different. If it is 50 or 40 here, there it is 25, 10, something like that, on the top. It has to bear the weather condition of 50 to 10, 50 Fahrenheit to 10 Fahrenheit. And below. And so, if you think of that, how deep should be the roots of a tree, how deep should be the base of a ship. In the same way, in our life, when we go through various vicissitudes of life, ups and downs, and if you have to stand firm, it cannot happen unless we are deep-rooted within us. That is the greatness of all the Mahatmas. They are deep-rooted. Deep-rooted in what? In the Lord. The faith in the Lord is so strong, nothing can shake them. We, the small little things also we are overwhelmed. As I used to say, nowadays with one child or two child, so I'm stressed. Two child. If you ask your grandmother how many children, she doesn't even know. How many? I think 6, maybe 7. What is this? 8th, 7th name? I don't know, I call him 7. Doesn't even know the name. Do you think they are stressed? No. They might have, in their own times, they might have stress, but not the way we do. We are so hovering around the child all the time. No. Did you eat? What did you eat? Idli. How many idlis? 3. Did you put oil on that? Yes. Which oil? To find out. Where did you buy? I am so worried about little things. We don't give freedom to anybody in this world. So the point is that because we ourselves is immature, I'm sure my child is like that. Lagumati. Such a small little mind I have, but Bhagavan's glory is avaga. It's like, if you go to Indian Ocean, if you look at the deep, how deep it is not in feet, it is in miles. That's why Malaysian Airlines, when it went down, nobody could do anything because it went down miles down. Nobody can go anywhere near there. So how deep is the ocean? Much deeper than you can think. So like that of the ocean, how deep is my Bhagavan's glory? Nobody can understand. With the little mind of mine, I'm trying to sing. Karanachaha varagobhati gunagaha lagumati mori charita avagaha. A deeper a person is, greater is his patience. Forgiveness and strength. Forgiveness is a strength. Patience is a strength. Non-violence is a strength. Peacefulness is a strength. Tolerance is a strength. And we don't realize that if a person is patient, also, I think he's so weak. Why do you think so? Bhumi, look at that earth, how tolerant it is, what all the atrocities that we are doing. So here, Bhagavan's strength is what I'm going to sing. When he was told in the morning or previous evening, you will be the Yuvraj of this kingdom, next morning, get out. Get out for 14 years, never show your face here. I understood. Why? And with no regret about it, no anger about it. Think about you. You are told today, or when you go home on Monday, promotion for you. Wow. 20% increase in your remuneration. Very good. Tuesday you go, pink slip. Think. We collapse because our commitments to selfishness is so much. So many things I bought, so many tariff. Swami, you don't talk about that. Okay. Karanacha havaragapati gunagaha. Lagumati mori charit avagaha. Lagumati mori. And here beautifully it is like, somebody who has written a beautiful commentary on that, it is like trying to find a thread in a mala which is very closely, what do you call? Threaded. You know, no doubt you see the mala with very closely threaded flowers or pearls. If you try to find the thread, it is threaded, you know that. Isn't it? Without the thread, it cannot be together. But to find a thread, you have to open. You can't find it, but you know it is there. So is the quality of the Lord. And so much is written in the Valmiki Ramayana about the Lord. I do not have that ability to write that kind of a literature. And that kavya, it is Ramacharitra kavya. Charitra means the conduct and behavior and the exploits or the ways Bhagavan did taken his life or the way he had handled the situation in life. This is what is called the charitra of the person. Here Sri Rama, Ramacharitra. So that it is not a history. It is the way a person has lived in this world, which is so worthy of knowing, worthy of glorifying. So that charitra is a kavyam. A life of a person has become a literature. Think. If somebody, we were to write our biography, what will it be? Same as everybody else. Kana pina sona every day. What is the big deal? What is that I have achieved for me to tell the world that this is how it is to be done? So here he says, Sujana ekav anga upav. Even one anga, one aspect of the literature I am not able to comprehend. It is like so closely knit. I have no source. Suja, so source. Sojana ek anga upav. I don't know any method of understanding how deep is the Lord's nature and how I can take it out from that kavya, from that literature. A literature, it is said, should have 4 aspects. Rasa, guna, include dosha, and riti and alankar. Rasa means the emotions. See, if you are watching a movie or watching a skit on stage, etc., it should have the expression of emotions. They over-exaggerate also anyway. When I am angry, there is not I am angry. You have to show all that. Put a red light also on the face. So a kavya should have the rasa, then guna, the qualities of the characters, why the one character is distinct from another character, and how they express that characteristics, right? Rasa, guna, which includes the dosha also. Then riti, the way it is treated, the subject matter. And finally, Alankar. How beautifully it is presented. So these I am trying to understand from the Kavya and present it. And so that's why he says, Lagumati, with this such a insignificant mind of mine, how do I understand the greatness of Rama, which has become a Kavya? Sujana ekav anga upavu. And at the same time, mana madi rank. My mind is mana madi rank, uncultured. It is raw, bankrupt, so to say. It is raw. It is gross. It is not very refined. Mana mati rank. But Manorat Rao, my chariot of the mind is royal. It's such a beautiful contradiction. My mind is so raw, and at the same time, my ambition, the way I want to explain is Manoratha, is Rao, royal. Rao means like Raja, the king. So this is the reason why I need all your blessings. That's what he is telling all the gods. This portion is saluting all various gods, saying that, oh, please help me. I have very little mind, very little source. I'm finding it difficult and I don't know how to present this. I want to. And the glory of the Lord is so deep and great. Continuing, he said, Mati ati nicha unchi ruchi achi. So, my mati, now from mana he went to mati. Mana is mind, mati is buddhi. Buddhi means what? My understanding. There's a difference should be made clear. Thinking and understanding. You can think, but you may not understand anything. So when you are listening to a lecture or reading a book, etc., the author or the person who speaks is trying to make you think. But if I do not reflect on it, it will not become my understanding. Gurudev used to say, don't clap me for my talks, you go and think about it. You can see, it's like I'm watching a movie, very good acting. And then what is that? It happened to you? Nothing. 3 hours you spent. But here, in this, the thinking which the author or the speaker is giving, putting into our mind, should be reflected upon and make it as an understanding. Then only it becomes buddhi. Otherwise, you remain as buddhu. The little difference only, buddhu and buddhi. Interesting is, in this part of the world, they call Buddha is a different name, Buddha. The Buddha means an old man. Poor thing, he always looks young only. Mati ati neech. My thinking or understanding is so low. Again, this self-condemnation is not to feel oneself bad or lower, etc., but is to show you should not have any pride over what you have understood. It is Bhagavan's greatness that I am able to understand. That must be the nature of a man of knowledge, humility. Vidya dadati vinayam. Knowledge gives you humility, not to become arrogant. Mati ati nichi. As my mati, my understanding, my intellect is very mean, but unchi ruchi achi. Ruchi means aspiration is very high. It is like a pole vaulter wanting to cross and the bar and go to the other side. If you look at it, definitely by himself he cannot do it. But he can. When? He takes help. Does he not take a long pole and go further away and start running from a distance and pierce the pole and go up? Gurudev used to say that you go up there And when you reach the top where you can jump over the bar, leave the pole. The vault is done already with the pole. After having vaulted, leave the pole. If you don't, you say, oh pole, you came all the way with me, made me go all the way high. Let me have I have you with me. Then you, the pole, the bar, everything will collapse. Similarly, mati is buddhi. But that buddhi no doubt takes you to certain heights. But when you get to that height, you surrender. Chodo. Having reached the altar of the Lord, buddhi has served the purpose. So here, mati ati nichi. But my mind, my buddhi is so insignificant. Again, here doesn't mean it is not pure. It is polluted. Unchi ruchi achi, but I have a great ambition. It is like what? Chahiva amiva jaga jurayina chachi. He says, it is like I seek nectar. Chahiva amiva. Amiva means amrutam. Chahiye. What? Ami chahiye. Amrut chahiye mujhe. I seek amrutam. But in where? Jaga, in this world. I am looking for a nectar, but churayi na chachi. I have no means, churayi na chachi, even for a chas. Buttermilk. Even for buttermilk, I don't have money. Let us say, I want the nectar, but what I don't have is even the money to buy or the means to buy even a very commonly available buttermilk also. That's my situation. So this is to say, no doubt you need to have a great ambition, but one should get prepared for that. That's what he's trying. I am trying my best to prepare for myself, but my sources are limited. What I seek is the blessings of all the devatas. In the earlier verse he said, I need all the devatas to bless me. But please do not fight among yourself. I may not be able to pray to everybody, but consider that I am here to seek your blessing. That's why he says, Shami hahi sajjana morititai. So he's saying that, please, I know that you people are sajjana. Sajjana means, oh, people are those who are good people in your heart. Therefore, shamihahi, you will forgive me. If I make mistakes in what I say and how I say in this, and mori titai, my moris titai, and my own presumptions, presumptuousness, the way I will present the story of the Lord according to my limited mind, my impure intellect, whatever I put, hopefully the people who are men of goodness, nobility in their heart will forgive me. Because think about it, persons like Valmiki is called Adikavi, 24,000 verses in Sanskrit, explaining the greatness of the Lord. And I'm trying to say the same thing in the local language. And how much of Sanskrit knowledge I have? Zero. How much of intellectual acumen I have? Almost nothing. Do I have the ability to write kavya? No. Do I even understand the glory of the Lord? Very difficult. So I am trying my best. Chamihi sajjana morititai, suniha hi bala vachana manalai. My childish blabberings may please be heard with your mind. Suniha hi, please hear. Bala vachana. a prattling of the childish prattling. Manalai, keep your mind, and mindfully please listen to what I am trying to say. So this is why I ask your forgiveness, making sure that I am not cursed or I am not blamed, I am not ridiculed, I am not criticized for what I am saying. Now he is beautifully saying how a childish prank can be tolerated. But who tolerates? So he says in the next verse, Jo balak kahato tari bata Sunahi mudita mana pitu arumata Asahi krura kutila kubichari Je paradushana bhushanadari Jo balaka kahato tari bata Sunahi mudita mana pitu arumata Asahi kora kutila kubichari Je paradushana bhushanadari Jo balaka kaha, whatever is being said by a balaka, a child, totari bata. Totari bata means, what is it called? Totari? Blabbering only. What is it? Prattling. Prattling? Okay, prattling. And is it not the mother and father are so happy? First of all, the fellow starts talking. Papa! Heaven. And sometimes it so happens, in the flight especially, and the child, and the parents as though, we are, what, shut up. No, for them it is amritam. My child is speaking. Sunahi mudita mana pitu arumata. See, listening to or hearing the totari bata, and only the mother understands exactly. Mother thinks that she understands exactly what he says. Right? Many times that fellow is crying. Whenever he is crying, I think he wants food. No, he is having some mosquito bite. And the mother doesn't know. I think he wants food. Eat. I don't want. Eat. I cannot insist more than that. Eat. And you do not really know what he actually wants. But the force, and then mother says, I think you are tired. Let me sing. Oh no. That fellow says, I'll sleep. Don't even open your mouth now. Don't sing now. Sometimes it is a torture for the child. The mother singing and all. Anyway. But, so the prattling of this child is so liked by the mother and father. Right? So, Jo balaka kahato taribata sunahi mudita mana pitu arumata. But those people who cannot connect in that way, like the mother and father, why do they feel good about the child's prattling? Because they connect and identify, it's my child. He's not a lecturer, he's not giving a lecture, he's hardly speaking anything. But even that small prattling, the father and mother feel so good about it, my child. So my child, when the identification takes place, they don't see any fault in that child. You will not use the correct grammar, the correct words, or vocabulary. But the mother and father feel so good. Why? There is love. There is affection. There is consideration. In the same way, people who listen to or hear what I have written may have the feeling for me. But those who do not have, they laugh. Right? Those who do not understand, those who do not have the love for the child, for them it is the hasahi kura kutila kupichari. Those who are cruel, kura means evil, kutila, crooked, kuvichari, those who do not have any proper wisdom or thinking or maturity, they laugh, they criticize, they ridicule. So now itself he made sure, if you laugh at what I have written, you are what? Krura kutila. Is a disclaimer put first itself. Who are those? Je paradushana bhushanadari. Those people are those paradosha, paradushana dosha vichari, bhushanatari, meaning looking at their others' faults as their greatness, meaning I am able to find fault in these fellows. See, some of the scholars, they are only intent on ridiculing others. When you write any article, let us say, for example, something you have written, and you give to someone who actually doesn't like you, what you will find? Maximum faults. If he is a person who has, no such bias, and he will say, okay, you've written this, let me see how well you presented, okay. But if he is intending upon trying to find a fault in you, they consider that their credit. I am able to find maximum faults in what you written. So that is why he says, for them it is bhushan. Je paradushana bhushana jari. For them it is an ornament. The faults finding is an ornament. So see, here as he has already mentioned previously, Siya Ramamaya Sabha Jagajani Karavu Pranama Jori Jukapani. In the last Doha first verse itself he said, I am seeing the whole world as Siya Rama. Meaning what? I am seeing the whole world as Mata Pita. So what the entire world should be thinking about what I am saying, consider yourself as the mother and father and make me as your child, and whatever prattling I do, may you all forgive me. That's what it means. Don't laugh, please. So that is why when the children, when they present on the stage, you should see the people around. This whole place is occupied. Directly linked to Facebook and India. Your grandfather is watching. And then one fellow will be in the corner doing nothing. Everybody is saying something, that fellow. Focus on him only, because it's your child. My child on stage, that's enough for me. So how the mother and father feel so good about whether the child performs or not on stage, that's enough. And if he or she is performing, also, don't tell me, she will get up also from there. So excited. So he says, I consider the entire world as my mother and father, and so all of you should consider whatever I am saying as a prattling of a child. And please forgive me, accommodate me, love me. Of course, if it is a true criticism, I'll take, but don't laugh at what I'm doing. So, it is said, Makshika vranamichanti doshamichanti durjanaha. Like a mosquito, what does it do? Makshikaha vranamichanti. They look for wounds where the pus is coming out or the blood is coming out. It look only for that. Makshika vranamichanti doshamichanti durjanaha. Brahmara pushpamichanti. The bees are going for what? They go for the beautiful makaranta of the flowers. gunamichanti sadavaha. Sadavaha means those who are seeking the higher life of life, spiritual life, they always look for the good virtues. In whoever it be, try to emulate those good virtues from people. They are called sadhus. Sadavaha gunamichanti. So, continuing, Nija kabita kehi lagna lika Sarasaho atava atipika Je parabaniti sunata harashahi Te para purusha bahuta jaganahi Nija kapita kehi lagana nika sarasaho atava atipika Je parabaniti sunata harshagi Te bara purusha bahuta jaganahi. In this world, who doesn't like their own poetry? Nija means swa, one's own. Kapita, one's own composition. Kehi lagana lika. Who does not like their own composition? Especially when people cook also. Swamiji, do you always ask, you like the food? Did you cook? Of course, me, Swamiji. Okay. Who made the powder for sambar? My mom. Then it is good, I tell. Swamiji, you don't like my food. What did you do? I put it from the stove to the vessel. That's what I did. And sometimes the men folk also, I helped. What did you do? Cut the vegetables. Cooking is a different art altogether. Right? And so therefore, here in this context, he says, who doesn't like their own composition? Whatever we create ourselves, I mean, out of our own creativity, whatever it is, we would like everyone to appreciate that, isn't it? In some houses, they go, picture, drawing, nothing I can understand. Who did this? My daughter, Swamiji. See? What does it mean? This is called modern art, Swamiji. Okay. I think you put upside down. No, that is how it is. Okay. One's own creation, one will never think that it is wrong. Who doesn't like? Nija kabita kehi lagana nika. Sarasuho atava atipika. Whether it is good, sarasuho. Sarasa means with all the rasas, all the beautiful emotions, or atava atipika. It is useless. Even it's totally useless. And they have a very good reasoning also. There is no salt in the food, or salted food. Swamiji, my husband doesn't take salt. He has high blood pressure. What am I got to do with this? Why not you put salt in my food at least? So, you cook according to your taste or the person who is going to eat? Tell me, frankly. This is how my taste is, you better eat. So, even as you write a poetry, you should think about who is going to listen to this. You say on your own something, I don't understand what you're saying. So, you must keep in mind, if you are creating a poetry for yourself, keep it with you. But if you are going to tell somebody else, that person should understand, no? So, whether it is or not, on the other hand, when I create my own poetry, I definitely like it, whether it is good or bad. Sarasaho athava atipika. But all said and done, those who, out of their goodness in the heart, always are ready to accept and appreciate others' creation, are very, very rare. Je parabaniti sunat harshagi. Je, those people, parabaniti, what is created by others, sunat harshagi. Listening to that, those who are delighted to see how others have done it with their own love and devotion to the Lord, or whatever be the reason why they have done, such people are te para purusha bahut jaganahi. In this world, such people are very, very rare. That is to accept and appreciate, even as they know he is the first time this person is trying to attempt and doing this. So, accepting that, not looking at faults and making sure that the person is not ridiculed or criticized, but making the person comfortable, saying that yes, you've done a good attempt. Very good. Continue. Such people who can become happy by others' creation are indeed very, very rare. You know, as I usually say, when you have a group photograph, which one you look for first? Not there. I'm behind somebody. Next picture. Because if my face is not there, why should I bother about looking at it? See, always look for me and mine. So those who are happy to see others and their creation, in other words, in others' greatness and joy and others' accomplishment, if somebody can be really truthfully happy, such people are indeed very, very rare. And directly what he says, please be that one. Be that one who could appreciate what I am creating here. Te para purusha bahut jaganahi. It is not there so many people in this world who are delighted by others, what they have done. Jaga bahu nara sara sari samabhayi. Je nija badi badahi jal payi. Sajjana sakruta sindhu samakoyi. Deki pura vidu badai joyi. Jaga bahu nara sara sari samabhayi. Je nicha badi badagi jalapayi. Sajjana sakruta sindhu samakoyi. Deki pura vidu badai joyi. In this world, there are many people are like lakes and rivers. Jaga bahu nara. There are many people in this world. Sara sari samabhayi. Sara means lake. Sari means river. So, like a nada and nadi. Nada is male. Nadi is female. And here Sara is lake and Sari is river. That which doesn't move is Sara, that which moves is Sari. And a river or a lake, where is the source of water? It's rain or streams that come from the rainwater from the mountains, etc. In other words, it doesn't have its own source of water. Right? Je nicha badi badahi jalapai. They are borrowed existence. Borrowed existence. A river or a lake is not on its own having its source of water. I'm not talking about spring, that's different. So, but all of even the spring, where the water is coming from a mountain, that rain that has come under the water, under the ground, and then it becomes a spring, and then becomes a lake or a pond or whatever. So all of them have got borrowed water, and they grow, they swell. When? During the season. This is one side. He is beautifully, the Tulasidas is known for his similes and illustrations. On the other hand, Sajjana, Sakrita, people of goodness and good actions, Sindhu Samakoi. Those who are someone like that of the Sindhu, ocean. Ocean is not existing because of the rivers, it's a reverse. Ocean does not exist because of the rain also. Ocean is the source of the rain. From the rain, then the river happens. So, Sajjana Sakrita Sindhu Samakoi Deki Pura Bidu Badai. So, Badai means it becomes swelling. When it does, an ocean will swell looking at the full moon. Deki Pura Bidu. Bidu means Pura Bidu. Bindu. Interesting thing is that why is he comparing this? He says people in this world who, having gained little knowledge, little wealth, little name, little fame, are like the lakes and the river. It's not their own. If others have to praise them, others have to tell you are great, others have to recognize them, then they become swelling and then proud, and they become so proud they don't care about anybody else. They are blinded by their own name and fame. Whereas men of greatness are those who are by themselves great. Like an ocean is filled. When is the time ocean dried? Ocean never dried. Ocean is always there. With the amount of water that is in the ocean is always the same. And that ocean which is content by itself, when does it swell? When it sees the beauty of the moon. Meaning, the greatness of others, when it looks, it is so happy. Deki Pura Bidu Bhadai Hujoi. It's such a beautiful. It is said that people who are feeling proud because of little what they have gained, Adane Nadanam Praptam Trinavat Manyate Jagat. When those people who do not have wealth or anything, when they get wealth, richness for whatever reason, Trinavat Jagat Manyate. They become so proud that they don't even care about the world anymore. They hurt the world. People have little mind, people have little wealth and name which is gained from a borrowed prosperity only. Such people are those who are temporarily, when they become name and fame, they start to disregard the world. What made them who they are is the world itself. But in the case of the Sindhu, ocean, is being content. Apuryamanam achala pradishtam samudram. Apuryamana, filled. Achalam, movementless. Pradishtam, purnam, complete. So it is enjoying the beauty and reflects the moon, full moon. That is called Sajjana Sukrita Sindhu Samakoi. Interesting thing, analogy is that this Sindhu Bindu. Sindhu is ocean, Bindu is moon. In fact, a legend says, or our Hindu literature says, Indian literature says, that the moon is nothing but the sun of the ocean. And that is beautifully connected. Like earlier, what did he say? That when prattling of the child, father and mother, they love it. In the same way, when the beauty of the moon rises, who's the mother? Who's the father? The Sindhu. Obviously, they will love it. They will swell looking at the beauty of the moon, which is none other than my own product, my own son is there. So that is the reason why this comparison is given beautifully there. Bhaga chota abhilash bada karaho eka viswas paiha sukha suni sujana saka sab kala karahi upahas Bhaga chota abhilash bada karahu eka viswas paihe sukha suni sujana sab kala karahi upahas siyavar Ramachandra ki jai pavan sutta hanuman ki jai umapati mahadev ki jai bolo bhai sab santan ki jai. Bhag chota, my part, my role in this is very, very small. In what? In singing the glory of the Lord. My part is very, very little. But as he said earlier, abhilash bada. But my ambition is, my aspiration is very high. Karaho eka viswas. So therefore, my only thing is, may I have hope. The hope is what? Viswas is what? I trust or hope is nothing but what is unknown is where you have to have hope. When I say a hope, what does it mean? Hope it happens. I do not know about the future. It is unpredictable. I don't know about what you do not know. Obviously, you should have viswas, hope here. So, people who are listening to this, suni sujana sab paihe sukha. Paihe sukha suni sujana sab. Those people who are sujana, good people are those, they may benefit well out of what I provide or what I give it and my part. Men of some maturity, men of good nature will surely benefit out of what I say. But on the other hand, kala, those who are wicked, karahi upahas, they only laugh. They only make mockery of what I say. So, as he said earlier, it's a disclaimer. I don't know much. I'm trying my best with my limited mind and corrupt intellect. And I'm prattling, and may you forgive me and accept me. And he also indirectly said those people who accept others are great people, those who don't. They are wicked, krura, kutila, kuviveka, kuvichar. So this way, and see, imagine, here he's trying, why he is saying that abhilash bada? What is my aspiration? He says that I am trying to reach to the portal of Valmiki, who is so high in his status, so much great in his ability, so much great in his, kavyatva. Adi Kavi he has been. He is the first person who wrote the literature of such great volume. And I am trying to reach at the feet of him. And so that is my abhilash. So I hope, that's why I viswas bhi hai. Karaho eka viswas, that I reach the portal of Valmiki. So, and that too when? See, he wrote in Treta Yuga. I am writing in Kali Yuga. By the time people's mind have become so corrupt, they do not have devotion to God, they do not have any purity of mind, love. And so, by doing this composition, I am trying to make sure that they understand the greatness of the Lord, love for the Lord. Today morning I just suddenly woke up. What is the difference between me calling myself as a devotee and Bhagavan calling me a devotee? Think, I can call myself as a devotee, but am I until he accepts it? Bhagavan says what? Who is my devotee? What do you would say? Adveshta sarvabhutana maitra karuna evacha. One who does not hate anyone in this world. He is my devotee. So, when I call myself a devotee, do I deserve myself to call myself a devotee if I don't fit into that quality? If somebody says, oh, he is my guru, over it be. But that guru has to say whether you are his shishya or not. Right? I cannot say that he is my guru. The guru has to say, I didn't accept as your shishya. Who told you? Ekaliva was accepted by him as a shishya then first. He did not. I mean, that's a different story. In spite of not being directly being taught, he learned. That's a different story altogether. But then, if I have to claim myself as a devotee of the Lord, I should fit into that qualification. So in this Kali Yuga, when I am trying to sing the glory of the Lord, and Valmiki, I am trying what is his stature, what is his purity, what is his devotion, what is his tapas. Do I have that? In this Kali Yuga, I don't have. That's why he always said, Mati Nij. My mind is corrupt, my intellect is so bad, but I am trying. So, those who understand me, they will benefit out of this, and those who do not, Sujanaha buddhva sukam yashyanti abhoyadena hasanti jurjanaha. Meaning, Sujanaha, good people, buddhva sukam yashyanti. They understand and realize the greatness, sukam, abhodena hasanti durjanaha. Others only laugh because they do not understand my aspirations. We'll see more of it in the next class. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkhabhat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.